Yep, what's up, guys? Just wanted to make a quick vid on what I'm doing to prepare for the Valentine's Day rush. Uh, just going forward, I'm going to roll with the B&D team. All the cards that are on my team right now, are all B&D. I sold anything that could have possibly been of value for the time being, but it's a very good team that I can play with until the cards drop. I am running a 50 out of 50 LSU, and I'm thinking about going maybe full spread and maybe 4-3 on defense. But my team is pretty decent for what it is. And the only thing I'm really paying attention on doing right now is maybe sniping training for minimum value for now. I think right now I have about 1 million training. Just waiting to roll for when they drop. They may drop variety packs or some type of rush B&D packs as they did in the first go round. So I'm only preparing to open those. I won't be spending too much money on them just because everything will be cheap, or like the market is going to come down to a point where, as long as you have a decent coin stack, you should be able to afford some of the top cards. And when they release limited cards, I wouldn't be surprised if the first day they have them, they'll be pretty cheap because the main cards usually stay in packs for a long period of time. So whatever card they may drop Friday may be in packs for a week or so, depending on how long Rush lasts. But for the weekend, they should be doing a daily drop of a different type of rush card. But we also still have Scheme Spotlight dropping. Yeah, I think you have Fraternities dropping this week. You still have the Legends that'll be dropping this week. And I also think they're bringing back the names of the game, which should be pretty nice. And also, what I'm looking at is, as you can see, the game changes, LTDs, they're standing packs until the 18th, which is next week. So people are going to be pulling packs until, I don't know if they're going to be overly pulling packs for the Rush Limited and the new content that's dropping, but also these cards are going to be getting pulled, which means they'll go down in price significantly. That's why I'm sticking to not buying any cards right now. Cards like this may stay consistent in price, but I can see these dropping if they drop it significant, like cornerback or quarterback, which I plan on seeing some type of crazy card, maybe a Percy Harvin or a Vince Young or something crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if these cards actually fall in price because the cards that's coming, even the legends, base legends, get those gold abilities. Every card right now is very similar in what they bring. Even Patrick Mahomes, he compares to the Daniel Jones that they dropped for legends. The only card that's really standing out to me, and even at this point isn't standing out as much because he isn't the only one that gets gold takeoff, is John Ross. John Ross gets gold takeoff, but going forward, any legend may get gold takeoff. He gets gold takeoff, which explains why he's still pretty expensive. But this Corey Coleman also gets it. He's a slower card, but with a theme team, he goes up to 97 speed, 5'11. But him just having gold takeoff makes him significantly better than some cards. So I can see why some people want to have that card, but this would be a card I'll probably be looking to pick up just because I know this price is going to come down. I would definitely be keeping an eye on Legends and limited cards specifically. If you plan on purchasing something, try to get it at a minimum price. Look at your limiteds for limited price. If it was some cards that you actually wanted, I chose the wrong category like that. Let's go LTDs. And we'll sort by category. Well, sort by program. And when I say minimum, as you can see, like these cards are minimum. LTD's quick sale for 175. So, for instance, this AlphaCon, it's basically a 10K rental. You want to get these cards for as low as possible. These are still pretty decent cards. They just don't get the gold abilities that some of the newer cards would be having, but still feasible for what you want to do. Say if you want any of these cards, I'm surprised if you can still win games with these cards. And these cards would, if anything, drop even more. Even Cam Newton. This card was over 500K for the longest, which is still a good card. But if you want to look for abilities, you'll have to wait until more content comes out, and more so legends. Legends seem like they're going to take over, and rush cards are going to take over. Specifically, when they do rush cards, wonder if I can categorize it. If I can categorize this by rush, make it a lot easier. But prime example with rush, they give a baked on ability or a baked on gold ability. They have some type of old OP ability that makes them very good. For example, they dropped a Reggie Bush. He was one of the only running backs to get gold shifted for the longest, which made him pretty OP. And he also got 360 gold baked on. So in that case, he was a very good card at the time, which he still is now. So expect Rush to drop some pretty decent cards, but also manage where you want to actually spend coins at. I wouldn't be spending a coin right now because content they're dropping, there's some good names, etc., but they're very similar to the cards that are already in the game. Say, for instance, this Ed Reed. I was thinking about picking him up only because he was pretty cheaper. But once again, he's 97 speed, and he's at K right now. My team, I ended up pulling the scheme spotlight out of a B&D pack, and I want to show y'all just the comparison. He's 6'1", 8 speed with my team 99 zone. He's a decent card. Decent. He's a pretty good card, and even with his abilities, he gets the normal card, the normal abilities gold. He, even though he gets house call gold, and I think it's discounted if I'm not mistaken. He gets Airy gets house call for 3. Let's see what he would get it for. And he also gets it for 3. So this is what I mean by the cards aren't too different. So there's no reason to go out and spend, especially if you have a decent team. Just wait until the prices completely go down and let other people spend their money on the packs, etc., etc. Only reason I'll be going in on training because more than likely they'll have a B&D pack that I want to open to get some of the cards that I won't have to pay for. So I'm multiple cards that I want. I'll go in a little more, but I plan on sitting at 3 mil. Probably try to go up a little bit today because today so if any if everybody decides to participate in the content, once again I've still been looking at 94s. I've been getting a few of these. Still decent snipe you can do. So I would definitely still be looking at 94s. And today when they drop content, go by the scheme spotlights, and these cars should be coming down pretty good. Even 95s. 95s were selling, if I'm not mistaken, at around 73K. I've been able to get a few of those for 55 to 60 just to keep for training, but I could resell at any point because I don't expect them to min out completely. Because if there's going to be a training pack, training is going to rise, which may cause these cars to go up a little bit. So I'm trying to stay in the middle to keep everything balanced. But just keep an eye on the market before you buy. Before you, I wouldn't recommend everybody is possibly selling everything right now, getting prepared for rush. So keep that in mind as you're going about it.